Hassan Mukiibi Sserunjogi was born in Budda village, Chibinge sub-county in Bukomansimbi district. He is the newly elected member of parliament for Bukomansimbi South. He ran as an independent candidate in the recently concluded elections and defeated NUP's Geoffrey Kayemba solo after securing 11,585 votes. Solo received 9,377 votes, while NRM's Bashir Semakula came third. Mukiibi is highly educated. He started his studies in schools within Bukomansimbi before attending Kayemba Muslim Secondary School. He later joined Makerere University, where he earned a degree in law. He then pursued a second degree in Norway in international relations and a third degree in the United Kingdom, specializing in global diplomacy and international security. Mukiibi says he entered politics because people had grown tired of selfish leaders who do not prioritize serving ordinary citizens.
Bukomansimbi as a district, we suffered a lot because we had leaders here, or we've had leaders for the last 20 years or so, that looked at themselves as individuals, but not the communities they were serving. There was a big problem here, and there is actually still a big problem here, that politicians think that if you belong to a political party A and there is a ruling government of another political party, that there is no point at which you have to meet and discuss and solve problems that affect your people.
He believes he has come to rebuild Bukomansimbi after years of alleged misleading by opposition leaders.
We must rebrand. We need to rebuild a new thinking where politics goes beyond political affiliations, beyond religious affiliations, beyond tribal affiliations. So when I looked at that, I said, no way. We must rebrand. We need to rebuild a new thinking.
He is also a livestock keeper and farmer and plans to focus on agriculture, education, healthcare, and other sectors.
Bukomansimbi is among the top coffee growing districts in Uganda. Actually, I think number one in Uganda. But it's surprising that up to today we have parishes without electricity, a whole parish without electricity. We have sub-counties without primary schools, without secondary schools. Because we have had leaders here for over 20 years that think that when you're in opposition, you're supposed to oppose.
When asked about defeating NUP's Geoffrey Kayemba solo, who previously represented the area in parliament, Mukiibi criticized him for allegedly failing to deliver services to the constituency and benefiting personally from government.
He has done nothing. So, they have had one trick. Wherever they see a camera, they go, stand in front of a camera, say whatever they want to say, disappear. I have only heard him, I think, once or twice speak about, I think, was it AFCON, on the floor of parliament. And even recently, I heard him say that the NRM government has only scored in the area of sports, because maybe that's what he understands.
Mukiibi also condemned individuals tarnishing his name by labeling him a security operative, arguing that he would not have been allowed to contest for leadership if he were an active soldier.
If for me to participate in politics, I had to be retired first. But who can retire me from the army at my age? This is when actually I'm needed most. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but I am not.
In his first 100 days in office, Mukiibi plans to confront corrupt officials and individuals accused of embezzling public funds within Bukomansimbi's district government workforce.
We want to put everybody on notice, be it the chief administrative officers, be it the DEO, whoever that works up there. I want to tell you guys, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Something new is coming.
He also announced that the money allocated to him for a vehicle will instead be directed towards supporting women and youth groups to help improve their economic livelihoods. Mukiibi added that he chose to market his ideas directly to the people of Bukomansimbi, who accepted and entrusted him with leadership. He promised to serve them diligently.
We want to offer people of Bukomansimbi an alternative leadership, a people-centered leadership, leadership that is service-oriented.
During the election campaign, many people accused Mukiibi of using violence against Solo's supporters. However, he dismissed the accusations, stating that they were intended to portray him as violent, but failed to weaken the trust his supporters had in him.
It is not true that we're actually violent, but it is true that they tried to provoke us because they wanted to portray us as a violent group. And I think they failed in that because we were more ready than they were.
He says he is not ready to leave leadership until he has addressed the challenges affecting the constituency he represents. Mukiibi also wants a law introduced to prevent parliamentarians from treating politics merely as a job, insisting that leadership should be about service rather than personal enjoyment.
For me, it is not all about how many years. It's about how many problems have I knocked off. So if I knock off 8 out of the 10 top problems for my district, I will go and do other things.
He further stated that he did not join Parliament to seek wealth, explaining that his business ventures had already made him financially successful.
I am an industrialist. I am doing a lot of real estate. I don't believe in the business of trading, importing, and I don't do those things.